Hello, I'm Paul Delany, Senior Client Director at the Clearway Group. Today I'll be answering the most popular questions to do with commercial property debt recovery. Rent arrears are unpaid rent in a commercial lease. This depends on the tenant and the quality of tenant or its covenant that you have in your building. If it's a concern and they have been paying irregularly for the past 2 or 3 quarters, then you should seriously look at taking action. If it's a situation where you've always been concerned about the status of that tenant and their ability to pay, you should look at action. And finally, if they're consistently paying late on a regular basis, then again you should look at taking action. The priority is to engage with a tenant. If you're not engaging with a tenant, you don't know why they're not paying your rent, and therefore you must engage, talk, discuss the issues the tenant has in not paying that rent, whatever they may be. That will then enable you to formulate a reasoning about what action you should take against that tenant. In essence, laid down by the government in 2014, it is CRA. And if you go down the legal route, it is a statutory demand. And those two are the prime drivers in trying to secure your rent as quick as possible. This takes place when you have exhausted all routes. You've engaged with the tenant, you're not going anywhere with the tenant, you've had still no further rent from the tenant, you've written to them, you've rang them, nothing comes out from them. So eventually you can't go any further and you don't want in any way to be caught out, so you take that action. Again, this is driven by the law. So you make a claim to the liquidator as to the debt that is outstanding on the property, and you wait for the liquidator to give you the opportunity to take the property back, whether they disclaim the lease legally and give it back to you, and then you try and relet it and get another occupier in its place. Yes, the obvious one is that the tenant vacates. The other side to that is that the longer you leave it, the more debt rolls up, the more chance there is that the tenant won't pay it, the more chance they'll go into administration, and therefore you'll have a vacant at the end of the day, but it's a long time down the road, whereas you could have reached this conclusion a lot earlier and maybe had a chance of reletting it to someone else, or even putting in a payment plan with that particular tenant. There were a lot more opportunities at an earlier date than a later date. Engage and communicate with the tenant and immediately alert your commercial debt recovery team when the situation arises, so everybody is on the same page and knows what to do and when to do it. Thank you very much for your time today. If you require any further information, we would be quite happy to talk to you about it and provide you with any support or any expertise or knowledge that we can give you.